Right, guys, we're going to go through chains today. Now, they're pretty simple, realistically. So here you see our chain meter. That appears at the top bar on Torn, which I will put in a screenshot for. Essentially, what you need to do is get this chain to 10. So you have several milestones. It might be 10, 25, 50, 100. I think that goes on and it goes on for quite some time. And these grant bonuses for respect gain every time you hit them. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because, say you're struggling against an enemy faction, there's only a few people you can hit, you might be able to do some outside hits, get it near the milestone, hit the milestone in the war hit. For example, on a 10 chain, you get a 10 bonus, and that goes towards your war effort. Now, within a chain, you only have to get one hit every 5 minutes, which is what this timer here is for, on the right hand side of the bar, with the exception of the 10 chain. So the first 10 hits to start a chain, you have to do within that 5-minute period, and then it goes on to making it every 5 minutes. Now the next part I'm going to show you is on Taunt PDA, related to chaining and faction wars. So if you click the three lines at the top left and then go to chaining, you'll see these options here. We do have the option of factions, which is the one I'm currently on. I'm not in a faction war, so you can't see anything here. Now if I go and grab somebody's user ID, I'm going to go to Rising Hippos. Sorry guys. Now I'm going to grab Potato's ID right here, copy that, go back to chaining. At the top there's the fist with the plus, I press that. Now that's the faction ID. Now that's a little bit harder to get. It's easier if you're on a browser, but I just use the personal ID, which so you click that button on the right, paste in the user ID. Oh, I've added a bracket by accident. Paste in the user ID. Here is everybody in Rising Hippos faction. For some reason it doesn't show the stats off the bat, but if you click the little refresh button, they pop up. I don't know if you press that button, it does it. Oh, no, it doesn't. So you can also add to panic. So what panic is when you get low on chain, 30 seconds for example, depends on what you've set it at, it will move over to that person so you can kill them really quickly. Now this might not be a person in the faction you've selected, but it's something to keep the chain alive. You can also go the other way, you can pin them. I've never pinned that, but I assume it means just goes to the top, or hide. So I would hide Jack Frost if I was going against you guys, because I can't kill him. You've also got the little notification button on the right here, which essentially sends you a notification when they're coming out of hospital with the countdown. I think everybody else I can murder in your faction, I think. It also tells you if they're traveling and stuff. Now this at the top here is so if you press the I button, that essentially means that your phone isn't going to lock screen. It'll stay on. And then the settings here is your panic modes and stuff if you want to enable them, etc, etc. On the bottom left you have the picture of the two friends. Now this is everybody you've ever attacked or being attacked by, with the results green, bigger circle, being an easier win or a harder win, red being a loss, with the respect that you gained on the right, and the fair fight. Now obviously this will adjust depending on if you've managed to gain a lot of experience real quick. and therefore your fair fight will be adjusted. So, unfortunately, I've just reinstalled Torn PD8, so I actually don't have a lot of people on here that I can attack really. But you would press this plus button here, so I'll Chippy, for example, and then this will make your chain list. What you can do, you can click that little like hit icon at the top left of his name. It'll take you straight to his page. Obviously, it can't be attacked right now. And what would happen is this little stop button at the top right would usually be your next target. So if I'm sorry, Rising Hippos, you're going to be a target for my video. So now it's a plus and a pause button. And here, I'm trying to remember which button it is. Not that one that hides the chain. The one here. Now you can move that between a personal chain, which is the one I just showed you, or the faction here, which is what we're on. So every time I press the plus button, not the plus, the play button, sorry, you see it moves between targets. So I could, sorry, snowballs, kill snowballs in a matter of seconds, press it again, onto the next target. And this will get your chain up, as you see here on the top right. That's your countdown. Got to make 7 more hits to start the chain, and I've got 4 minutes 35 seconds to do it.